You would be amazed at the level of self-discipline and restraint that I managed to conjure up within myself to not make this video 30 minutes of screaming about The Mummy and Brendan Fraser. Hi friends, welcome back, or if you're new here, my name's Destiny, and today I want to talk to you about the PopCulture Readathon in July. Okay. I wonder if the camera's picking up her purring, because she sounds like a little engine revving. So if you haven't heard of the PopCulture Readathon, this is its first year and it's going from July 1st to July 31st, and I will put all the information down in the description below. But round one of the PopCulture Readathon is going to be a throwback to the 90s. So basically it's a readathon all inspired by 90s movies, and I am so excited. There are bingo boards and you can fill in just one bingo on one board or a bingo on all four boards, or you can do whatever you want with it. And it's just a really cool premise and I'm so excited about it because I am a 90s baby, and in true 90s kid fashion, I am definitely still stuck in that like nostalgia for 90s media, like movies, TV, music, whatever. Now, like I said, there are 4 bingo boards. I decided instead of trying to work on all 4, I'm just going to try to completely fill out one. So the board that I went with was Thrill Ride. Naturally, it's an entire bingo board inspired by 90s like thrillers and horror and, dark fantasy and stuff like that. And it has The Mummy and Jurassic Park on it. So those are my 2 favorite movies of all time. That alone could have made my decision, honestly. I am such trash for The Mummy, you have no idea. Actually, if you follow me on Twitter, you probably do, because it seems like at least once a month I go on a tangent about Brendan Fraser and The Mummy. So anyways, I know I just said in a recent video that I was not going to be doing monthly TBRs anymore, and that's still kind of the case. This is definitely not going to be set in stone or anything. However, there are a couple of prompts on here that were very specific, and when I was looking at those, it made me realize that I did want to plan ahead a little bit. Some of these may change throughout the month, but this is just kind of a rough guideline that I have of a way that I could easily fill like all the squares on this board. The first square is the Nancy Downs square, and you have to read a book with a power-hungry character. This one I'm kind of going out on a limb because I haven't read it yet, so I don't know, but I wanted to read Court of Lions by Samaya Dowd in July anyways, and Mirage, the first book in the series, definitely had a power-hungry character or two in it, so I'm assuming that that is going to fit for this square as well. Number 2 is the Jurassic Park square. And it's to read a book set on an island or near some kind of body of water. And for that, I picked Kill River by Cameron Rubik. This is an 80s slasher horror, and I think it takes place at a summer camp, and obviously it's got a lot to do with water in it. Also, I love this cover. It's so over the top and I'm just obsessed with it. The third square is what's your favorite scary movie? And so it's to pick a book by one of your favorite authors, and I went with The House on Abigail Lane by Kaylin Patrick Burke. This is his newest novella. It just dropped like a few days ago as I'm filming this. And it's just a quick little haunted house story, and Kaylin is one of my all-time favorite horror authors. Number 4 is The Faculty. For this one, you have to read a dark academia story. So I asked the host and they said that this counted, even though it's technically a romance book, but it's considered like a dark academia romance. So I'm going with A Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone. I've heard so much hype for the series. It is unreal. Okay, the 5th square is I Know What You Did Last Summer. Again, like these references are killing me. I have to make myself stop talking about them or this video is going to be like 45 minutes long. But it's to read a book that came out in 2019. So I'm going with On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. If you saw my summer TBR video, this was already on that. And I actually found out that Hoopla has the audiobook, so I just checked that out too. So I'm planning on starting it like as soon as the readathon starts. Number 6 is Everybody's a Suspect, and it's just to read a mystery or thriller. And so for that, I'm going with another summer TBR pick, and that's The Wives by Taryn Fisher. The next square is for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and it's to read a book with a chosen one trope. This is another one that I'm kind of making a guess for, Legendborn by Tracy Dion, because I know that it's supposed to be like when she gets to this school and finds out about this magical society, she finds out that like she's supposed to play a pretty big role in it. The next one is Calling the Corners, a book with one of the 4 main elements, and so I'm going with fire, with Burn Our Bodies Down. I have no idea if this book is actually going to focus heavily on fire in any way. I kind of get the feeling it's probably not, but Whitney said that it was fine as long as the cover alluded to it. The next square is It's Just a Bunch of Hocus Pocus, and you have to read a book with magic, so I'm going with Ghostwood Song by Erica Waters. This is, I want to say, about a girl who can like use music to necromance spirits or something. I'm not 100% sure. The next one is Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board. And for this one, you read a book with a creepy or haunted feeling. So I'm going with The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. This is a like dark revenge based horror story, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think it features like some dark spirits or something, and it also has Own Voice's native rep, which is pretty cool. The next square is Candyman, and it's to read a book with a supernatural creature. So for this one, I'm going with The Ghost Tree by Christina Henry. I just got an e-arc for this, and I am absolutely beside myself because I love Christina Henry's books so much. And this is her Sleepy Hollow retelling, which she first mentioned on Twitter like a couple of years ago, and I've literally felt like I've been counting down the days. I love the original story of Sleepy Hollow. I think it's so spooky and eerie, and I was gonna save this for fall, but I don't think I can make myself wait, honestly. Like, I just need to read it right now. Okay, the next square is Scream 2, and it's to read a book from your second favorite genre. This was one I really kind of had to think about because I don't have a favorite genre. Like, horror, romance, and fantasy are all tied for my favorite genre. So I decided to just fudge it a little and pick one from one of those genres. And so I went with Full Tilt by Emma Scott because I already had a buddy read planned with Misty for this in July. The next square is Sydney Prescott, and it's a badass main character, which, yes, like Sydney Prescott is a badass main character. First of all, I will hear no arguments whatsoever. But second of all, this is a book that so many people have told me the main character is really badass, so I'm going with House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. I think Whitney, the readathon host, and I are actually going to buddy read this one, and I'm just so ready. Like, I just can't believe that I haven't read this yet, so I'm so ready. Right, the next square is finally my babies, The Mummy, and it's to read a book with the undead, and it's like zombies, ghosts, vampires, something like that. So I'm going with The Fell of Dark by Caleb Roerick, which has vampires in it. Literally all I know about this is that it is a YA, like, paranormal thriller with vampires and gay boys, and honestly it's all I really needed to know. Alright, the next one is for the Blair Witch Project, which I've been meaning to rewatch forever, and I think I'm going to try to rewatch like a ton of these movies during the readathon, and this one is definitely going on that list. And this prompt is to pick a book with a black or white cover. I went with one that has both, and it's The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. I am so pumped for this. I've been seeing a couple of reviews for it lately, and everyone has said it's actually like legit terrifying, which really surprises me because it wasn't marketed to me as horror at all. It was marketed to me as fantasy. And so like, I'm over here like, did y'all not tell me that this was horror about witches? Like, come on. Spooky witches, like, this is all I want. Okay, and then the last square on this board is Practical Magic, and it's a book with a curse. And for this one, I am planning to finally pick up my e-arc of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I've been putting this off because I have myself so freaking hyped for this book that like I'm literally a little bit scared to read it because if it's not absolutely flawless, it will let me down. And I know that's like kind of a crappy way to look at it, but it is what it is. And of course, the whole premise of this book is about a girl who's been cursed. I'm so scared. Is it like, why am I like this? Why is it that anytime I'm so hyped for a book, like I get scared to read it because I'm just like, I'm so worried it's gonna let me down, even when it's an author who never lets me down, like Victoria Schwab or like Christina Henry or, you know, whoever. So anyways, that's it though. That's the whole thrill ride board. And so those are the tentative picks that I have for it. Obviously some of these may change. I imagine quite a few of them probably will because I'm really trying to embrace the mood reading lately. But it definitely doesn't hurt that everything that I picked for this list is something that I'm legitimately so excited to read and like so in the mood for right now. The only problem with that is that when I'm really in the mood for a lot of different books at once, I have a really bad habit of starting them all the same day and then like letting them sit there because I don't follow through and like finish them. I'm just laying it all out here. I'm just letting you guys know what a terrible bookworm I am today. You know, I'm hoping that at least one of you can relate. But anyways, I am so excited. If I've not said that enough, I'm so excited for this readathon. This is one of my favorite readathon themes that I've ever seen in my life. I think they've already said that round 2 might be 80s themed, which I think that would be really cool. And so much effort has gone into this thing. There's a Discord server that is popping. Like, this readathon is going to be huge. And I just think it sounds absolutely amazing. And I'm so grateful that it's being put together. So I can't wait to participate in it. And you know, you still have time to sign up. So if you're interested at all in signing up, you definitely should. Like I said, I'll put all the information down below to like their Twitter page and everything. But yeah, if you are joining the readathon, let me know in the comment below like what board you're focusing on, or are you focusing on multiple boards? And also, what's your favorite 90s movie? But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you in another video soon. Bye!